They say if you're born poor, you'll die poor. But Cristiano Ronaldo, he crushed that idea with diamond-studded boots. Born in a small town in Portugal, this guy turned nothing into a $500 million empire. And he didn't stop at just being rich, he went full billionaire fantasy mode. Gold-plated jets, a Bugatti that almost nobody else owns, rumors of a diamond dust waterbed, and a partner with a Birkin bag collection worth more than most houses. So buckle up, because what you're about to see isn't just luxury, it's the kind of life most people can't even imagine, but everyone secretly wants. What would you buy with your first $1 million check? A beautiful house, right? But Cristiano, he turned that dream into something bigger. Luxury carved into mansions. From tiny house to mansions. Cristiano Ronaldo grew up in a tiny house in Madeira, Portugal. So small, the kitchen, living room, and hallway were basically one cramped space. He shared a bedroom with 3 siblings, and when food ran low, he often chose to sleep hungry so his family could eat. Can you imagine giving up your own dinner so someone else in your family wouldn't have to go to bed hungry? There were no toys, no luxury, just bare walls, secondhand clothes, and a dream no one believed in. At the time, his name carried no weight, not in his town, not in his country, not anywhere. Now, that same boy owns over $40 million worth of mansions scattered across the globe. His Madrid estate alone is worth an estimated 6.2 million euros, with marble floors, crystal chandeliers, a private spa, home cinema, and a garage lined with $20 million in supercars. There's even a dedicated room just for his trophies. Would you trade your daily commute for a garage filled with Ferraris and a cinema in your basement? In Marbella, he owns a $1.6 million villa in a resort so exclusive, it's practically a fortress for millionaires, complete with indoor pools, glass elevators, and panoramic sea views. And yes, he now has more closets than bedrooms, filled with limited edition designer clothes, shoes, and watches that cost more than most people's mortgages. From sharing space with rats to designing palaces, Ronaldo didn't just upgrade, he conquered. Once invisible to the world, he now defines what it means to rise beyond expectations. His global fame. Cristiano Ronaldo was just another poor kid in Madeira, Portugal. Back then, he had nothing but a ball at his feet and a dream too big for the walls around him. His family struggled to get by. Have you ever had a dream that felt too big for the place you were born into? Fame? That was a word for other people. Celebrities on TV, stars in the sky, not for a skinny kid with secondhand cleats and hunger in his stomach. But now, he's not just famous, he's everywhere. He's the most followed human on the planet, with over 600 million followers on Instagram alone. That's more than the populations of the US, UK, and Brazil combined. Watching what he eats, where he travels, and even how he ties his shoes. Can you imagine living a life where the entire world is watching, even when you're just ordering breakfast? His name echoes through stadiums. It's printed on millions of jerseys, tattooed on arms and chests like a badge of honor. Entire documentaries are made about him. His face sells everything from sneakers to cryptocurrency. In just one Instagram post, worth up to $3 million. How do you stay human when your name becomes bigger than most companies? From a boy the world ignored to a man the world can't stop watching. This isn't just fame, it's immortality while still alive. His football legacy? Should you risk everything to chase a dream? Or is walking away from a stable 9-to-5 the biggest mistake you'll ever make? People love to say Ronaldo's rich because he's famous, but the truth? He built every dollar with grit, pain, and pure obsession. When he started his career at Sporting Lisbon, he earned just 200 euros per week, barely enough to support himself, let alone his family. But he never settled. He pushed harder, trained longer, and refused to be average. By the time he joined Manchester United at 18, his weekly wage jumped to around £60,000. Then came Real Madrid, where he shattered records and became a global superstar, earning over 400,000 euros a week plus bonuses. Today at Al Nassr, he's on a deal worth over $200 million per year, making him the highest paid footballer on earth. That's more than $500,000 per day. Yes, he earns in 24 hours what many won't see in a lifetime. Add to that his lifetime deal with Nike and massive partnerships with Binance, Herbalife, and more. And he's not just making money, he's creating an empire. From 200 euros a week to $3 million for an Instagram post,
Cristiano Ronaldo didn't just become rich, he turned football into a fortune factory.
this isn't just proof that football pays in millions, it's proof that if you play it right, you can earn like an empire. And when the money flows like that, you don't just buy to impress, you buy to elevate. Cristiano Ronaldo spends. It's not to impress. One of his most iconic purchases, a Bugatti 110, worth 9 million euros. It's not just a car, it's a collector's dream, one of only 10 ever made. Add to that a Rolls-Royce Phantom, a McLaren Senna, and over 20 other supercars. And you've got a garage that looks more like a billionaire's showroom. But Ronaldo's obsession with excellence doesn't stop with cars. He's built a brand empire around the CR7 name, spanning fragrances, eyewear, denim, underwear, gyms, and even his own chain of CR7 hotels in Portugal and beyond. Each one reflects his signature: bold, clean, luxury-driven. And for the man who never slows down, there's his Gulfstream G200 private jet, priced at over 25 million euros. Fully customized, fully private, and always ready. There's even a rumored diamond dust waterbed, because when you've mastered the world, why sleep like everyone else? Yet Ronaldo doesn't keep all this luxury to himself. He makes sure the people he loves, especially Georgina Rodriguez and his 5 children, live like royalty too. After Cristiano himself, the second most talked about part of his life? His family. His family. If Ronaldo lives like a king, then Georgina Rodriguez, she's the queen of the empire. Elegant, extravagant, and unapologetically bold. Her life is the definition of high fashion and high altitude. One minute she's boarding a 25 million euro private jet, the next she's sunbathing on a super yacht in Sardinia. Birthdays? Think diamond watches and flower walls taller than Ronaldo himself. No think she is learning Ronaldo places. And Christmas? Not just gifts under a tree, a Rolls-Royce with a bow on it, parked in the driveway. Her wardrobe? It's a museum of luxury. 1 million euros worth of Hermes Birkin bags, racks of Versace, Dior, Balenciaga, many of them custom pieces. And when she walks red carpets, she doesn't just show up, she shuts it down. We get a front row seat to all of it in her Netflix show, Soy Georgina, where cameras follow her through Paris Fashion Week, Monaco shopping sprees, and behind-the-scenes glimpses of what it means to be the woman beside Ronaldo. But underneath the diamonds and designer gowns, there's something more grounded. It's not just glitz, it's loyalty, love, and family. Together, they're raising 5 children, and these kids aren't growing up like their dad once did, sharing a small room in Madeira. They live in mansions with private gyms, home cinemas, and indoor pools. Their snacks served from vending machines inside the house. Their birthday cakes built like sculptures. Their everyday clothes tailored, branded, and coordinated. From football training in elite academies to traveling the world in first class. The Ronaldo kids are living a life most adults couldn't even imagine. But here's where the fairy tale takes a turn and the reality hits deeper. There's an old Arab proverb that says, "Hard times create strong men. Easy times create weak men." Cristiano Ronaldo was forged by hardship. He earned everything through hunger, literal and metaphorical. He climbed from poverty to become a global icon by choosing discipline over distraction, sacrifice over comfort. But now, his children are growing up in ultimate comfort. The question is, can they build something of their own? Will Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., the eldest, rise with the same fire? Can he carry the name, the pressure, the global spotlight, and still make it his own? He's already showing promise in football, training in elite youth teams, scoring goals, and even mimicking his dad's iconic celebrations. But the world isn't watching with curiosity. They're watching with expectation. And that's the burden of being born a legend's child. You don't just grow up. You grow under the weight of legacy. Whether you admire him, envy him, or just can't believe his life is real, Cristiano Ronaldo isn't just playing the game. He's owning it. Subscribe for more deep dives into the wild, wealthy worlds of the world's most iconic figures.